Start if you close your eyes.
What's up, clan? So today we're gonna be talking about when you should upgrade your town hall and what are the things that you should upgrade once you get there. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me these questions, so a lot of things are gonna be the same across all the town halls. For example, you should finish all of your defenses at every town hall before you upgrade, especially your point defenses. And for the bomb tower, it's kind of optional. I mean, if you're Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9, I will get the bomb tower, but I wouldn't upgrade it really. And I will do at least 70% of your walls, finish them and have them level up because whenever you get to your next Town Hall, you don't want to forget about your walls. You want to go ahead and start upgrading your walls. And you do want to finish your lab research. You want to finish especially the ones that you use for farming and for war, but don't neglect your other troops, especially at Town Hall 8. You want to max everything at Town Hall 8. And once you get to Town Hall 9, you can kind of forget about a few things and mostly do the ones that you use at the most. And then start doing those that you didn't do at your next Town Hall, but just do them slowly. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Now, whenever you're upgrading from Town Hall 8 to Town Hall 9, you do want your king to be max. And every single Town Hall, before you upgrade, you should have a really good base that can hold an attack from that Town Hall. And your base should be attacked at least twice every base before it gets 3-star. And if you're going from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10, you do want to have your heroes at level 15 and at least level 15, level 20. I would recommend to wait to level 20 as you're upgrading your walls and start upgrading your heroes. And you do want to finish most of your research at Town Hall 9, but the best troops for Town Hall 10 will be your Valkyries, Witches, Baby Dragons, and Golem. So you want to finish those before you upgrade from Town Hall 9. But if you're Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9, I will definitely start upgrading the Hog Rider first because they're definitely OP right now at those Town Halls. Now, if you're at Town Hall 10 and you want to go ahead and get the Grand Warden, and I will wait until you have your expos at level 4. You want to go ahead and have all 3 of them, and you want to have all of your walls and all of your defenses. Now, as far as the Inferno goes, a lot of people don't get the Infernos and get the Grand Warden first, and this could actually work for you. So this is really optional, and you do want your heroes to be at least level 30 or 35 because you're gonna be getting a lot of opponent that are Town Hall 11 as well, and it's gonna be really hard to get even 2 stars on a Town Hall 11 base if they have a good setup. So you want your heroes to help you with that. Now let's go ahead and start with the upgrade order. And as you can see, I have everything separated into different sections. So we're gonna have your elixir section and your gold section. And those are the things that you're gonna be upgrading, and I have them in priority order. So you're gonna start with this ones first and just go down. And on this side, I have the things that you have to work on very early on, but you can do it as you go. And then here I have the things that you want to leave for last. And here are the things that you just shouldn't have in the first place. I've been very disappointed with the bomb tower. I don't know if they're gonna change anything for the update that's coming up soon, but I hope they do. I mean, I already have them at level 2, and they kind of suck. They just really don't take any troop down. Maybe an archer, I guess. So for the things that you want to get on day one, the first things that you want to get right away, you want to spend your elixir on your laboratory and your spell factory, and then you want to spend your gold on your clan castle. And if you do have extra gold, you want to go ahead and start getting the Teslas. If you get a new Tesla, you want to go ahead and get a new one. But if not, you want to go ahead and start upgrading your Teslas. And then if you get any new traps, you want to go ahead and start getting your new traps. Especially if you have extra gold at the beginning, go ahead and get all the new traps and then go ahead and start leveling them up right away. And as far as elixir, You do want to get your laboratory because it's going to help you research your troops. And it's important when you get to a new level to be able to attack people at that same level. And your troop level is very important to that. And then you have your spell factory. Now, having an extra spell is very neat. You get to attack more. You can have like a jump spell, or you can have an extra rage spell. So it really helps your attack. And then you do want to start upgrading your army camps very early on. I mean, as soon as your laboratory and your spell factory are done upgrading, you want to go ahead and start on your army camps. Now, if you're not able to finish your army camps as soon as the laboratory is done, you do want to go ahead and start researching some troops, especially things like the wizard, because you will use the wizard a lot for different strategies, or giants, archers, barbarians, things like that. Things that won't cost you a lot. You want to go ahead and start with those, but you do want to prioritize on the troops that you use the most. Now, after all of this is done, you do want to go ahead and start your barracks. You don't want to start on them very early on, because whenever you unlock a troop, it's going to be at level 1. It's not going to be as strong, but you do want to go ahead and start researching new troops, especially if you're getting like the witch. The witch has been getting more attention now, so I recommend researching the witch. Now, as far as the traps go, I mean, it's pretty simple. You want to go ahead and start doing your Teslas first. And like I said, you always do your clan castle first, because having the extra 5 troops will definitely help with your attack. Then once you finish with your Teslas, the giant bombs are next. And then you want to do your skeleton traps as well. They will help you out a lot protecting your base, and they don't carry as much war weight. I mean, it's very minimal compared to any other defense, since there are traps. And then your spring traps, they're very important. A really good placement for your spring trap could throw off like 3 hogs or 2 Valkyries. So you do want to go ahead and get them upgraded. And your bombs and your air bombs as well, and your Seeking Air Mine. I'm just missing a few of the Seeking Air Mine, as you can see, and then some of the spring traps. But after that, I'm pretty much done. But I did want to go ahead and start doing my air sweeper. You don't have to max your air sweeper whenever, for example, if you're at 10 hole 9. I didn't max my air sweepers, but I do recommend maxing them whenever you get to 10 hole 9 or to 10 hole 10, because they carry no war weight, but they could really mess up an air attack or a queen walk. I mean, if you have a queen walk down to your base, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Having an air sweeper at the right spot could really help your base. And then one thing that I'm going to be upgrading next is my air defenses. I left them for last after all of my traps, but I do want to go ahead and upgrade them. I did have Mass Dragon attack completely destroy my base, so that's something that I'm going to be looking into as soon as my builders are free. I mean, all of them are busy right now, but it is the next thing that I'm gonna go after. And you want to upgrade these things as you go, especially for like your Dark Elixir drill, because you don't want to use your elixir for anything other than your army camps, but you do want to go ahead and get extra Dark Elixir. So you want to go ahead and start upgrading your drills very early on, but you can wait a little bit, like a month or so, and all of your other things like your mine and your elixir palm, you do want to upgrade those things and your storages as well, because you want to defend your resources, but you can do those things as you go along. Now for your defenses, I recommend always starting with the archer tower, because it has a bigger range in the cannon, and it can also attack air troops. And for point defenses, they don't have as much war weight, so you can go ahead and start with those first. It's very good because it doesn't increase your war weight as much, but it's still able to increase your defense quite a bit. And then you do want to do your wizard tower and your mortar, and you want to go ahead and take care of those after all of your Asher towers and cannons are done. If you're, for example, if you only have like two archer towers left and one cannon, and you want to go ahead and start working a wizard tower, that will be okay as long as you prioritize your archer towers and your cannons first. You should be fine. But you do want to leave this kind of defenses for last because they have the most war weight. And once you start upgrading those, you're gonna start fighting stronger opponents. And for example, if you just got to Town Hall 9 and you start upgrading these, you're gonna start getting bases that are gonna have expos, and you don't want to go against expos if you just got to 1009. And that's exactly why I recommend doing point defenses first. Now, if you're on 1009, you do want to wait to get your expos, and once you do get them, you do want to keep them at level 1 for a while because they do have a lot of health and they will increase the defense of your base. And if you have low level heroes, if your heroes are like level 10, they're not gonna be as strong against expos, but having your expo is gonna make you go against people with expos. So you wanna wait for your heroes to be at around level 10 to get them at level to get your level 1 expo, but you wanna get your heroes to level 15 before you start upgrading them. Unless it's getting really hard for you to keep all of the dark elixir, then you might want to go ahead and start getting them to level 2, but don't get them to level 3 until your heroes are level 15 because it will be really hard for you to go against them. And you also want your golem to be level 4 as soon as you can at Town Hall 9 because it will defend against these expos, and they have a really long range, so they're really easy to distract with the golem. It's all about planning. But this is it, guys. So last week was Thanksgiving, and I spent the week with my family. We had a good time, and no, we do not participate on Black Friday, even though some stores here were selling tablets for $28. I'm another one of those crazy people that just start pushing people and other stuff like that. It gets crazy, so my family doesn't go out. But I will have some videos next week for 10 Hole 9 and 10 Hole 10 attacks, and also, I'm going to leave the clan tag below so you guys can find us. We're still looking for more people. And I'm also going to leave a link so that you can calculate your war weight. And you can calculate the war weight for a specific defenses, like your archer tower and stuff like that. I think that will help you guys out a lot whenever you're trying to make a really good point 0.5 base. So thank you for watching, guys. Remember to leave a like and remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.